welcome back everyone to Valkyrie Flight. I'm your omnipotent Q and GM, Bazag, and let's start introducing the players. Adcon.
Hi there, I'm Adcon and I'm playing Captain Teda Jesco today, but you can just call him Ted.
Welcome to the Valkyrie, Captain Ted. Let's go with our security officer.
Phoenix Blue here, playing Lieutenant Commander Safan. Live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper, Lieutenant Commander. And our Chief Engineering Officer.
Hello, I'm Sir Boulevard, and I'm playing Lieutenant Commander Mizaka.
Just be careful with those hairballs, okay? You don't want to get them in. You don't want to get them in the warp core.
Wow, racist.
Chief Medical Officer.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and I play Dr. Kilani Jar.
And our Science Officer.
I'm Bookwormy, and I'm playing Lieutenant Commander Hazareth.
So that is all the crew. Usually, I don't actually. Let's just go right into it. Let's not even worry about doing any kind of formality, apart from obviously the formality that we've just done, and jump right into the episode. So last we left off, the Valkyrie had a pretty major restructuring in terms of the upper management. New captain, new chief medical officer, and now you guys are all on the way to the destination, a planet that has been designated New Sol. With the previous commanding officer and chief medical officer, those being Commander Dash Kylis and Dr. Mark Jensen. So while you guys are in warp, let's start with our chief medical officer. What were you doing during the warp?
I was finishing up everybody's evaluations and just making sure that I had a kind of just a baseline for everybody on board.
Okay, could I get you to do a reason medicine, sorry? It'll be a difficulty 4, but the difficulty 5 actually, sorry. But the
difficulty 5.
Difficulty 5, but the Valkyrie that will be able to assist with computers and medicine. You will actually have a focus here.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to tell you what it is because.
Okay. All right.
Can any of the other characters assist with this as well?
No, this is her. I'm going to say no because this is what she's doing. She's going through all the officers, just getting up to date physicals, going through all the records and all that. So
is it all right if I spend a momentum? That's a pretty high difficulty.
Yeah, so spend a momentum.
Okay. I'll buy extra die.
Okay,
right.
so this is the start of a new session. So you did have new scene. So you did have max momentum, but you're now down to 4 since you've used one and started the scene. You lose a momentum. That's so what came out.
Oh,
so you
4
did have
successes
4.
just for my roll.
But you think, and the Valkyrie needs to roll as well, so I'll do that for the Valkyrie.
Okay.
Character sheet, computers, and I said medicine, didn't I?
Yes.
And roll 1 dice, and that's a task roll. So I didn't quite get the enough. But everything seems to be in order. You're looking at, like you're comparing previous medical reports on file. You're getting all the scans as officers have come in, gone out, and everything seems to be matched up. There is no deterioration. There is no. There is basically no signs of anything unusual whatsoever. Everyone seems perfectly happy and healthy. The only thing you do notice is that Lieutenant Commander Mzaka hasn't come in for his checkup yet. Everyone else but the Lieutenant Commander.
And I'm just going to send him a reminder message.
Alright, so Mzaka receives a alert on his pad as a friendly reminder comes up from the new doctor that she would like your presence in sickbay.
Which would be great if he had his pad on him. Currently, Masaka is not in engineering where he should be.
Alright, so...
personal terminal, whatever works.
He's not anywhere near the terminal either.
Alright, well that seems to be like a good opportunity to step in and see what Lieutenant Commander Mzaka has been is doing for this time during at warp.
So, Masaka has been spending the last, 2 hours taking care of the Arboretum, comm badge off, because he's been so stressed out after all the events that happened last week. So.
Alright, what about the Lieutenant Commander Safan? What have you been doing with your crew?
I have been running the crew through tactical simulations and battle drills, preparing them for possible contact with Romulans.
Alright, and I'm debating, I'll let you decide, but you can choose presence or control, and could you do a difficulty 2 check with science? Security. I keep saying science for some unknown reason. But for presence or control and security. Difficulty 2.
Will any of my focuses apply here?
I will have to check. My immediate reaction is no, but actually I'll allow your observation to work in this one.
Okay, fabulous. I'm going to spend a momentum 2 here, if I may.
Yep. So we're now down to 3 momentum.
Okay. Because I'm hoping I'll get it back.
And you have.
Got it back.
Nice.
Alright, so you, this is control, yeah, so you lay out the instructions, the scenario, and you're there watching and observing as the crew plays out the scenario that you're drilling them on. Everything seems to actually be they're working well as a team. They're structuring how they approach well, and their accuracy for when they have to attack simulated targets is, I mean, it's not perfect, but it is quite. They're pretty good.
It is adequate.
It is at least adequate, yes. So that is what you've been doing. So what about you, Captain? What have you been doing?
Oh, I've been going through all these TPS reports. I've obviously been going through all the reports. I've also been sort of just going through some of the smaller reports. I'm taking a look at what the scientific projects for the Valkyrie, and I've been doing that while inside my ready room.
All right.
I've also been doing a little bit of interior redecorating.
Just as you're in the middle of rearranging your new ready room, you get a beep on the comm. Commander Kylus to Captain Tedesco. Oh, how? Yeah.
Tedesco.
Tedesco. Okay.
Yeah. Right. I tap my comm badge. Captain here.
Would you mind if I came to visit you aboard in your ready room.
Enter, please.
On my way. So he leaves about 5 minutes. It's a couple of minutes, but he boards and enters the bridge and heads directly to your ready room. You hear the bell chiming that someone's at your door.
Come in.
The door opens to reveal the Peterzoid former captain of the Valkyrie.
He finds Captain Tato Chesko sitting behind the desk with his feet on it, reading a pad.
Anything interesting you're reading there, Captain?
Oh, I'm just taking a look at what the science geeks have been up to. Interesting stuff.
They're a good team. May I have a word with you in confidence, Captain?
Yep, certainly. I set the pad down and put my feet back on the floor.
How have you been handling your new command?
Well, certainly being command of a starship's different than being command of a space station. Feels a lot more frantic, you know?
Hmm?
Yeah, thing just moves quicker. I have to get used to that pace.
Very well.
What about you, Commander?
I
I can't imagine having to step down in command is, that's not easy.
No, it's not. I would, we would definitely prefer to have remained in charge, but unfortunately, as captain and as a member of Starfleet, we have to go where they send us, don't we?
Yeah, we do. For some reason.
I'm sure you know the reason, Captain, but I just wanted to check in with you, see how you're going.
Oh, no, things have been going great, I say, lying through my teeth.
Yes, I won't make him. I could make him do a roll, but it says, Captain, you do realize that I am a Betazoid. I know that you just lied to me then.
My smile turns pretty icy. Can I tell you something in confidence, Commander?
That's why I'm in here, Captain.
I have no fucking clue what I'm doing.
I
have no idea why they put me up here. Oh my god.
and there it is. Starfleet wouldn't have chosen you if they didn't think you couldn't handle it. Of course, things are never easy when they change. And
To be honest, I barely got here in the first place.
Yes.
And then I immediately start thinking of a song because I don't want to start revealing that right now.
He sort of chuckles as you focus on the song, but he doesn't seem to be prying. Well, Captain, as much as I still think the Valkyrie of my ship, she is now yours. And if I can do anything to help you as captain or the ship, in whatever capacity, my new capacity will be, then you just have to ask.
I imagine you and Dr. Jensen are going to have your hands full. What, recent first contact situation? Those are nuts.
Yeah, well, yeah, I imagine my schedule will be quite full, but I will make. There is always time for the Valkyrie.
Yeah, no, she seems like a good ship. A little bit. I mean, is it just me, or have they been trying to turn a gunboat into a, research facility?
The Valkyrie sometimes science is dangerous, and the Valkyrie is a pathfinding vessel. We're here in unknown space, encountering things that no one has ever seen. It would be foolhardy to think there wouldn't be species or that we wouldn't encounter some form of hostility. Whether it
Like
be
what's yeah.
whether it be the Klingons or Romulans or other new contacts that we have yet to face. So I suppose human saying that I've heard is hope for the best, prepare for the worst. And I think the Valkyrie is a ship that can balance that line quite well.
I prefer the one, keep it from going foobar.
I'm not familiar with that one.
Really?
No.
Well, here's hoping you never have to learn it.
He laughs again. All right, Captain. If that's once again, if there is anything, if you need any assistance, I am here while aboard the ship. You just have to contact me or contact Newsaw if there's any future needs that you have for the Valkyrie or for yourself as its new.
I appreciate that, Commander. Thank you. And yeah, no, I appreciate you keeping us all in confidence because I gotta put on a face when I go out there.
That's the joy of captain.
Is
Pretend
that
you
what
know
they're calling
what
it
you're
now?
doing when generally you're making it up as you go.
No kidding.
I'll see you later, Captain.
Mm-hmm.
And
I go back to reading my pad.
he gets up and leaves. Okay, so what about you, Thesath? What are you doing?
I've been composing various letters home and working on building a tactile map of the ship, mostly for my own amusement, and like memorization.
I like raised edges so you can just feel
Yeah.
out where the corridors are, where the rooms are, what's in them, that kind of thing.
Yep.
Yep.
Son, is this something that you would have shared with Safan by any chance?
Potentially. Maybe just asking for advice on where various things are.
Yeah, because he would have been not happy is the wrong word, but he would have been interested in corroborating with that simply because it could also prove useful for tactical situations.
Then, yeah, she probably would have brought it up
All right.
because he is the security officer.
Yeah. And a map with that level of detail would prove highly beneficial.
That's true. Good for like a little war map with the little figures.
Okay, apparently, Cyrus, you've only got 4 focuses in there. 4 of your focuses. But,
Really?
Bookwormy has only got 4 focuses on the list, but,
Oh no, you have to expand it a little bit.
Yeah, click on the little.
okay,
zero.
there we go. Okay.
Yeah.
That's much better. But can I get you guys to do? I'm going to make it a difficulty 3 task. Could you
Sure.
do Bookwormy? Could you do a? I'm going to say control science, and I'll
Sure.
allow if Lieutenant Commander Safan wants to assist, he can do that with a control security.
We'll be happy to assist.
And
May I use a focus?
Yeah, I will allow your observation focus.
Awesome. Okay.
Which we both have. That's nice.
Yep.
Focus. And you said control
Control science.
science.
And I will roll for the Valkyrie. I will give the Valkyrie. You know what? Computer's con for the Valkyrie.
That's or one from me, two from Lasan.
So, and one from the Valkyrie. So
Yay!
you get your momentum back. Or no, you didn't spend a momentum, did you?
No,
We get
we
one
get a
You
momentum.
gain a momentum.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yay!
And you've got a pretty actually a really good accurate map of one that you don't need sight. You can feel where all the different corridors and pathways, what's in them, and the map is well. How do you want? Do you want it to be like printed out, or do you just want to have it stored ready to be printed out, or like generated at some point?
Probably like have one copy and then the ability to make more if necessary.
All right. So for the sake of it having having it small enough to carry around and yet have enough detail, I'm going to say that you basically got various different sheets of paper in a rudimentary book form.
That's fair.
That act as maps for certain different decks and different sections of the ship. So
It's a big binder.
Yeah, it's
The problems with Braille.
it's I mean, there's quite a few different pages in it, but it's for you, particularly for you, it's very easily understandable, and it's a map that doesn't require sight to use, so that's always a plus.
Yep. Give my eyes a break.
All right, so that's done. Does anyone else want to do anything else before they arrive? Or is that it?
No, I'm good.
All right, so I'm going to take that as everyone saying no, and we're going to move on with the story. So I will do some rolling for the no-name NPC that is currently navigating the ship, and yeah, it's not a difficult task. So it comes out of warp on the very edge of the new solar system. So I will bring that up for everyone. Once I close that and shift that over to there, so everyone can see it.
Interesting.
So as you can see, there's four systems, 4 planets in this system. Sorry, one like Jupiter-like giant gas giant, and one smaller gas giant, and in this big grey circular thing in the middle is it's a particularly thick asteroid belt, but actually it's more than that. It's like an asteroid shell. So 360 degrees around this entire core of the system, there is an asteroid belt. So the only way to get into this system is through the asteroid belt. Apart from a small central passage. Well, I mean, small in galactic terms, but big, large enough to fit. Yeah, pretty much every ship, every Federation ship through it. Pretty, not like, so it's like not too hard to navigate through. I mean, there's plenty of space on either side, room for space. It's about 6 light minutes long, like thick. This asteroid shell, and there's the tunnel is maintained through like a series of what's the I know the word, but not
Tractor beam emitters.
That's tractor beam emitters, like dotted along the top and sides of this tunnel, so it keeps it clear of any debris, so ships can easily come through and come out of this one singular tunnel.
Was any analysis done on the previous on Valkyrie's previous visit on the shell?
So the Valkyries never actually visited here. They visited the old planet, and while they're there, they did astrolog. I can't pronounce that word at the moment. Astrological scan and
no, astronomical. Sorry,
yeah,
astrological is when you want to find someone's sign. What's the sign of that field?
A whole planet full of Scorpios, y'all.
Turn around. I'm a Virgo. Let's get out of here.
I'm a Gemini. That would be woo.
Yeah. Anyway, so the scan that they did basically. They didn't do a too in-depth scan. They were able to detect the M-class planet. They were able to say that it was pretty close from all the readings. They detected the existence of the belt, but perhaps not fully to the extent of that it's a shell around the core of the system.
I definitely want to get some readings of the shell while we're going through it.
Yeah.
Yep, that's definitely something we can do.
And
It is a highly defensible position, Captain. And it brings me to wonder whether the entire asteroid shell construction is artificial, and if so, what necessitated its construction?
Like a shield.
Indeed. But a shield against what?
How much mass is made out of that shield? And I'm actually asking in character. Something to create that, something of that size would be at least several planets.
There is probably enough debris in this field to construct planets. Maybe several.
Wow. Okay.
There is a lot of stuff in here. It would be really difficult. Like it's unlike our asteroid belt. This is far denser than. It does seem weird that a shell like this exists.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time Starfleet's encountered artificial spatial phenomena like this. There was that time the Enterprise ran into the Dyson's.
Indeed.
And of course, there is the basically Mercury. I just can't speak today. The Mercury-like planet orbiting close to the sun. It's basically a ball of dead rock. That's really, really hot. And that's the layer of the system. That's pretty and that's pretty much it. You're not receiving any particular hails or communication chatter from the planet. But as you know, this is a pre-warp. This recently a warp capable species, so any like subspace communications would be by whatever Starfleet personnel might or may not be there. So
And which
you might not necessarily be expecting there to be any communications.
which one is the M-class planet?
The green and blue one, the second
Okay.
from the sun.
Take us in through the opening, and keep an eye on the AM and FM radio band.
Okay.
Can I do like some scans as we approach just to see about like the status of the planet and like if the construction of the asteroid belt?
Okay, so I will get you to do 2 rolls. One for the asteroid belt and one for the planet itself.
I'd like to assist on this.
Okay. So it'll be science. I'm going to say reason science for the main. Sorry, who was one? What character was double checking? Safan.
Oh no,
Sorry?
it was.
No.
I believe it was the captain who was
Sorry.
assisting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The captain's big on science, nerd. Let's do this.
All right. So you can. You know what?
Oh,
so,
I have astrophysics as a focus. Would that be applicable?
That'll be applicable, and you
My
know what?
analysis focus, maybe.
I will give you. It'll be reason science for you, and with that, let me just double check your focuses, and you've got astrometrics as well, so I will give you that.
Okay.
Too. So yeah, it'll be.
And what's the
The
difficulty?
difficulty will be. I'm gonna say 3 for the asteroid. I will roll the sensors. Actually, difficulty 2. 3. Sorry.
Oh, because of the reduced. Reduced to 2?
Yeah. It'll be 3.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna say. I'll give it sensors. Actually, security I think will work for the ship. So I'll.
Okay, and then I will roll.
Nice. 5 successes.
Yep. So you've got a spare momentum there to use. So as science officer, you get a free one. And,
Yep.
And you can also spend it. Okay. So here's the information. As you can obviously can tell, this does not seem to be natural information.
Okay.
There's just too much material. It's too well. It's basically surrounding the whole planet, and that would only really happen if there was like some kind of explosion and it naturally just settled into like an accretion disk or something.
Right.
But in other cases, it'd be more like a traditional belt. So there is something off, but all you can see in the ring is just rocks and dirt and there doesn't seem to be any kind of installations in there.
Okay.
So you've still got a couple of questions you can ask.
Okay, so for my free question, I'd like to know if there's any, like, important or valuable materials in the composition of the belt, or if it's just like space junk.
There are various minerals in it. As you pull up the scans and you can see all the they're not particularly rare or valuable, but there are a lot of useful minerals and ores and such in the debris. This could be very helpful in gaining material to help build out and properly colonize a new planet.
Right. Okay. So I will transmit or transfer that information to the captain. And then, do we have another free momentum,
you've got one more question that you can ask for free? Well, it's technically for free, but if you don't
it's like
spend
spillover.
If you don't spend it, it'll be lost.
Does anyone have a question they'd like to ask?
Are the tractor beam emitters
Star
in that
Trek
asteroid
emitters?
belt still active?
Actually, can we get what is the origin of the tractor beam emitter?
Yeah, like are they Starfleet composed, or are they?
Yeah, the Starfleet. You actually get a good reading of them as you go past. They're pretty new. They're just there so that people don't have to. It's like to create a gate through a city wall, so that that people can come in and get out easily through this one section.
It's possible we're looking at a last bastion of some people.
Hmm.
Some final point of defense. The power consumption alone to create this sort of asteroid field would be astronomical.
No pun intended, Captain.
He actually does snort a little bit.
I definitely crack a smile.
Hmm.
What
And
was
then
this-
I wanted to do another scan for the planet.
Yep. So this one, is there anything particular you're looking for in the planet, or just a general scan, or like?
Yeah, like maybe just like sort of like a general like, is it the same as last time it was observed? What's
Yeah.
changed?
Like
What's the weather like? You know, like that kind of stuff.
Okay. Yep.
Like, is it safe to land? You know, like all that kind of.
Okay, so this will be a difficulty 2. Another reason science.
Okay.
Can I assist again?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
And I'll do the Valkyrie.
Cool.
It'll be sensors and say science. This one.
We're so good at science.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Sweet.
two more. You've got 2 extra momentum on top of the free obtained information you will get. All right, so
I just absorb all. I just absorb all of the planet, just all of it.
Okay, so you can use the 2 free momentum to create an advantage for later, but
Yes.
for now, the planet is seemingly exactly what initial scans indicated. It's definitely an M-class planet. It's got oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen atmosphere. Its weather is quite mild. It varies, but it doesn't really get too hot or too cold. There's obviously water on the surface of the planet. There's weather, but yeah, it's perhaps a bit tamer than what it is on Earth now.
What about the inhabitants of the planet?
Okay, I will give you this. There doesn't seem to be. There are only a few life signs you detect. This is going to be about 30 people concentrated in one really localized area. You do detect.
That's it?
Yeah, I mean, like 2 buildings. So what you do get, this is like the very first, lot of people.
This is more sort of like a scouting party rather than anything else.
Yeah, so this is the first landing, scouting, surveying, like getting the planet ready for when everyone else comes in later.
So they're not native inhabitants.
No.
Okay, I see.
As far as we know, there's no sapient life forms that are native to the planet.
There are no.
Sentient.
From what you detect, there's plants and animals, but nothing has
Humanoid intelligence.
Yeah, is would be considered under the protection of the Prime Directive.
Okay.
That seems like an absolutely fantastic location for these. Actually, quite impressed. We found that real quick.
Well, the Valkyrie did roll really well when they did the scan. So.
Well, I guess we have all the information we need to land safely.
Yeah. So can we make communication with the encampment down
Okay. How do you want to do that? Using subspace or more like AM, FM kind of signals, or
there? Actually, that's a good question. Let's see.
you do have so on file from your last experience with the soul of the race that is being colonized. You do have you basically do have the frequencies and stuff that you can talk to them in their with their like communications framework. So that's easy enough, or you could try subspace or some other method.
Is there a Starfleet contingent on the on the base camp?
I'm just trying to figure out what would. Yeah, you guys would be have informed that there are Starfleet personnel just helping with the initial colonization, getting the buildings. There are the two buildings that are there are actually fabricated Federation like colony buildings.
They're base camp buildings
They're base
for
camp.
extended away missions.
Yeah. So there are some limited Starfleet personnel there.
Then I would suggest subspace. It'd be faster than trying to communicate through radio over long distances, especially since we're in orbit.
Okay, so you call them up. You actually get a response. This is a Federation away team, designated. Forgot what I called them. Anyway, there is Federation contingent on Usor. How may we help you?
This is the USS Valkyrie in orbit over your plane. We are the scheduled rendezvous.
Valkyrie, yes, we were hoping we'd see you quite soon. We are. Do you have our new personnel?
Absolutely, they're ready to beam down at your convenience.
All right. But we're pretty much as ready as we're gonna be. So at your earliest convenience, we'll meet you at our transporter pad. And
okay.
Send you along the coordinates of the transporter pad.
All right. Before we're over and out, is there anything you might require while we're here? Perhaps some supplies, anything like that?
We do have a bit of a mystery actually going on. A couple of survey teams have recently gone missing. So if you could spare the time and personnel, we would greatly appreciate any assistance you could provide.
So, why don't you raid an away team go down with the commander and doctor?
Aye, Captain.
All right. We'll be sending some personnel down your way.
Federation contingent out.
All right. Valkyrie out. Missing personnel. Actually, let's do a scan while we're in orbit for the any sort of like personnel that any sort of signs of technology that are away from the base camp.
Okay, so I will give you this. With that, from your previous scans, you do not detect. All the humanoid life signs are basically around the two buildings. You do not detect anyone anywhere else on the planet.
Okay.
So,
not so much life science. I'm looking for technology.
Yeah. Let's do a different scan for that.
Okay.
Okay. I'll hand that off to my science officer.
So this one will be, let's say, difficulty 2.
Difficulty 2. Reason science.
Reason science, assisted by senses science from the Valkyrie.
Okay, and still my focus applies?
In this case, no. I'm gonna say no.
That's fine. Roll.
All right, so
Yay.
we got the scan was successful, and you got an extra momentum from the Valkyrie. So you do actually detect presence of what seems to be like some kind of tricorder or a pad, or maybe like something small.
Like a little blip.
Like a little blip. It's not so much powered on, but you can just basically pick it up.
How far is it from the encampment?
It's not that far from the encampment. Yeah, about 15 kilometers.
Okay.
Okay.
I
you can't really get a good like you know whereabouts it is, but you haven't actually pinpointed its exact location.
Right. I let the captain and Safan, Lieutenant Commander Safan, know.
Good work, Lieutenant. Alright, no, so at least they have an idea.
Alright, so what's the Valkyrie doing?
The Valkyrie's just getting everybody ready. Yeah, no.
Yep. So,
I imagine that.
So you call Commander Carlos and Dr. Jensen, and they're all pretty much packed, ready to go. They're lugging their Starfleet. I'm not going to say bags, but containers with all this stuff.
I should. I'm definitely gonna go down to the transporter room to see them off.
Yep. So they're all ready to go. Are you bringing down
Dr. Jar coming with us as well?
If you want her to go, she'll go.
Yeah, no, that's pretty good.
So you're bringing security away team as well?
I think a two-person security detail plus myself should suffice for security.
Okay, so yeah, that's everyone's assembled. That's going down. So that's, just to be clear, that's Captain, the Safan, Carlos, Jensen, and
Has
Two
anyone
red
told
shirts.
Imazaka that the previous commander is beaming down?
You don't get a reply.
and Dr. Zar Kalani.
Yeah, so Safan, two red shirts, the old captain and the old doctor and the new doctor, I think.
Everyone who's beaming down is Safan, his away team, and the two previous characters. I think I'm just there to see him off.
Yeah.
I don't plan to beam down.
Okay.
Wait, is the old doctor still on the ship? I thought he got off at Narendra.
No, like they're both heading to this new location. So
Okay.
they're both they were both on the Valkyrie as you were flying, which was definitely awkward for everyone involved. But what you're going to do? Orders are orders, and you're taking them to their new place, which everyone's ready to beam down. So so is there anything anyone wants to say do before they beam down?
Godspeed.
I would just probably have at some point thanked the commander for taking me aboard the ship and wishing him well.
Yeah, he smiles and nods, and same to you, Commander.
Dr. Jansen, I've heard good things about you. I wish we had more time to get to know one another.
The doctor reaches out and goes to shake your hand.
Yeah, no, I shake it.
Yeah, all the best, Captain, with you and the Valkyrie. He takes a moment to look around. They both do, and then step aboard on their places on the transporter pad.
Okay. Commander Stefan, find our people.
We shall, Captain.
Good.
No need to worry.
All right, so energize. The blue effect, comes down, and Stefan and Stu Redshirts and find everyone find themselves on a transporter pad in a fairly medium size, I guess you'd say, building. There's two Federations and Federation officers, Ensign and Lieutenant, and a couple of the SAW. Just so everyone's clear, they're basically they're reptilian, but sort of halfway in between Saurians and Gorn. So they're sort of in the middle there.
Damn it! I should have gone down.
Yeah, so they beam down, and Lieutenant goes, welcome to New SAW. I am Lieutenant Adams. Welcome. Let me show you to your, let me start. I need to start that again. Let me show you to our quarters and mess hall, and then we can go and talk about our missing survey personnel after that. Ensign, and the ensign comes around and says she's got the sciences blue. He's got command red, and she says, follow me, and leads them to the doctor and the commander and anyone else who's following to their new quarters.
Lieutenant, as you well know, time is of the essence. What can you tell me about the missing crew people? When did they go missing, and approximately where?
We sent them out on a surveying mission. There was some cave systems about 15, 20 kilometers where some of the readings in that area are not all the best, but the eddies have been interfering with our systems here, even on the planet, and we've lost contact. They haven't checked in. We don't know if there's just been hurt, and we just don't have really the people or the capacity to really put in a full rescue effort. We've had people in the area, but there are, well, there's predators on the planet, some large dog-like creatures that have been making any real attempts at rescuing difficult. We just haven't been able to find them.
I see. Do you have any tricorder data or scan results on these large dog-like creatures, and have they shown aggression, or has their behavior been more territorial?
Well, they haven't come here, if that's what you're asking. We don't, our most efforts, we don't really have any biologists or behavioral biologists in our team, so we don't really know much about them, but we have done scans, and they're basically a canine animal. They're really large dogs. That's really all we've been able to determine so far. They have attacked, but before but that's been out on survey teams while away from the base camp. So maybe they're territorial, but we don't really know for sure.
Well, I would definitely like to take a look at these scans.
Lieutenant, if these creatures have attacked survey team members, then understanding their behavior is paramount.
Well, we've only got so many resources and personnel.
I might be able to take a stab at it, Lieutenant Commander.
Doctor.
And any assistance would be great. Here, let me see if I can. I'll pull up the data, and he leads you off to through a couple of rooms to a computer console, and opens up all the information that they have on this species. Can I get you guys to do a roll for me? Reason. Have reason medicine for you, Doctor.
Okay.
Or reason security will do as well.
Okay.
I will let Safan do a assist. if he
Okay.
wants to.
And would my xenobiology focus apply?
Yes, I will. That will apply.
Okay.
Can I use observation here?
This isn't. I'm going to say no because this is more
Okay.
like hard interpretation of facts rather than
Gotcha.
Okay. And what's the difficulty?
2.
2. Okay.
All right. So you're able to, there isn't a whole lot of information they have, but you were able. They started them calling saw jackals, drackals. Sorry, DRACKALS. They look similar to jackals from Earth, and from what you able to see of like the logged and reports, they do seem to be concentrated in a specific territorial area. They may be. It does seem they are territorial, and they probably didn't take kindly to having intruders in their territory.
So their territory is like where the survey team went missing?
It's that includes it, but it's not specifically limited to that area.
Right.
May I use our bonus momentum, or do you have a question, Sarah?
No, you can go ahead.
Okay. Do any of the scans indicate the creature's diet?
For using using that, the scans do have do include some limited like dental records, and from that they do seem from what you're able to see, I'm going to say that they're omnivorish. They eat meat and plant life.
Okay.
Well, it's a reasonable hypothesis, it seems. But, of course, we can't assume anything at this point.
Is there anything I can help you with? The lieutenant asks.
The doctor's gonna defer to you, Safan.
The scans that you have provided have been most helpful, Lieutenant.
Have you perhaps gotten? You said that you're not able to scan the caves, where your survey teams went missing.
Yes, honestly, the sensors that we have are more are mostly tricorders. We do have a larger scanning unit, but with all the eddies, we've been trying to mitigate some of the interference, but we just haven't been able to successfully clear up the signal to provide any usable information from that system. So we haven't really been able to get.
Perhaps we can assist. Safan to Valkyrie.
Go ahead, Commander.
Captain, I'm requesting Valkyrie scan a set of coordinates, which I will provide momentarily. The coordinates match a cave system where the outpost's missing personnel are believed to have gone missing.
Okay, yeah, we'll see if we can get some eyes on that location. Zereth? Sorry. Can you go take a look? Get
I
some
think she went
eyeballs on it.
AFK briefly.
Oh no.
No,
Yeah,
well,
just grab a drink.
so did you hear any of that, or?
I just don't.
I think
They're still.
I don't think they're back.
Sorry.
I'm gonna walk slowly over to the science console using typing. Technically, I could do this myself.
Tessera is just asleep at her console.
She's just taking a nap.
She's had a long day.
Captain, we may have to have a word about the plants in the cargo bay. They may have a deleterious effect on the science personnel on board Valkyrie.
Yeah, no kidding. I don't care what you do off duty, but on duty.
I think Commander Stefan, I would like to study this effect.
Okay. All right. What should I roll?
So to scan the area where the coordinates are provided, you actually do notice that they are where the coordinates, well, close to anyway, where you did pick up those technological signatures earlier. So for the scan, let's do a reason science.
Reason science. Okay,
Assisted
let's
by
see.
Senses and science. So this will
Yeah,
be difficulty 3.
I don't think I have any applicable focuses. Anyone mind if I use momentum?
That's what
Go
it's there
ahead.
for.
Go for
Okay.
it.
I'm gonna bumping up to 3, and let's do this.
You'll get to know Dr. Jar as the momentum dealer.
Okay,
At least
so you're not able to provide any clear scans.
You know what? Hold up. I've got a talent that may have something for this. And
I'll be
that
right back
is-
while you're doing this, guys.
Can I buy another dice using threat?
You could have,
But I have to declare it
but
beforehand, huh?
you had to declare it
Yeah.
beforehand.
Ah, damn. I could have used my bold science. No. Yeah. So when he gets back, I'll let him know what the
Now,
result is.
if you want to, you could use a determination to re-roll a couple of the dice if you wanted to do that.
I don't think I have anything that's applicable, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't think I have any values. I mean, you take a look and you tell me if there's anything applicable there.
Yeah, I'll just double.
Oh, the Zeres is back.
Yay!
Hey there.
Sorry, I needed to make a tea. I was falling asleep.
It's okay. So is your character.
Okay, so just
We need
as-
to make you Need to make a scan now.
Okay, sorry about that.
Yeah, please. Yeah, can you assist me a little bit?
Sure.
So
You
so
just walk to the captain playing at your console. Why is it working?
What's
Yeah.
happening?
Okay, so
I
Everything
used to do
sounds
this.
a very specific way.
I used to do this for a living. Come on.
do a recent science.
Sorry, do I have a focus?
Let me double check.
All right, I'm back.
There we go. No, I'm not. I'm gonna say you don't in this case.
Okay, reason, science.
And I think you're just
That's
assisting.
all.
So.
Yeah. Just,
Oh, whoops.
I'll take whatever the first one is, which is a success,
Okay.
which is enough to get you to the 3 you need.
Oh,
Hooray!
good. Thank goodness.
Okay. I look over and it's just like, why are you touching my stuff?
Let me do that.
Commander, we're gonna have to talk about some of your intake later. Some of your off-duty intake later.
All right. So.
And also, why is your console set up like an Escher painting? Oh
Yeah. As,
Wow.
my.
Way to be ableist.
Yeah, he regrets that immediately
Ooh.
once he realizes.
Oh.
Crap.
Okay, so as you focus in on that specific area, you confirm that the technological readings were there, and they're underground, but they're not too far underground. You don't see any signs of like a cave-in or anything. There is some kind of blocking technology. Like you're only able to see some of the caves, like the first bit of the caves. Before it could be technology. It could just be minerals in the ground. But you're only seeing part of the cave system, even though you're pretty sure that you should be able to, that there is more there to actually see.
Alright, I'm definitely going to relay this information down to Mr. Safari.
Okay. Who can relay that to the lieutenant in turn? Doctor, what is your synopsis of the situation? Do you think it would be wiser to try and make our way to these caves on foot, or to try a direct site-to-site transport
Well,
to at least the entrance to the caves?
The lieutenant pipes up. Well, you don't have to do a site to site. We do have a transporter pad here in the building.
And ATVs? No, I'm just kidding.
We don't really have any ground vehicles. We're still getting supplies and obviously personnel from Starfleet, but
Logistics will always tell you the supplies will be here Tuesday.
yeah, that seems. We're actually expecting another ship on Tuesday, with some more.
that generation's not. I see it. Well, Commander, I think that in order to not over-fatigue ourselves, we should definitely transport to the cave. But as far as any more answers, I think we're only going to find them on foot. That would be the logical assumption, wouldn't it?
I raise an eyebrow at the logical assumption. Your logic is sound, Doctor. I concur.
Nice.
Might it be prudent to have Lieutenant Zereth with us, perhaps? I am no slouch when it comes to science. However, if these people need help when we find them, I'll be pretty occupied.
Indeed. Lieutenant Zarath, are you available to join our away team?
I look towards the captain for permission, basically.
You want to take a jaunt down there, Commander?
it would be beneficial to perhaps aid in any capacity. So if I'm required and I'm allowed to go, I will go.
All right, feel free, Mr. Zafon. We're sending you down the Cesareth.
She'll be able to see, right?
Wow.
It is a cave. I'm not saying
That's
that in
true.
character.
That's true.
I'm
That's true.
I'm not
The
saying
If it's a
low
dark cave, she'll
light
probably be able to see better.
Yep.
Yeah. She can sense.
So I head to the transporter room.
All right. So you beam down, teleporter to transporter. So it's very straightforward. The systems verify and lock in and coordinate with each other, and you're down in this basically stock standard Federation building. Let me just move you to a map. You haven't really seen the outside yet, but this is what the outside looks like.
Ooh, lush. Very lush.
Actually, should be on this one.
Ah.
Commander Cesareth, are you ready to, as the humans say, do a science?
Absolutely. She pulls out her tricorder and waves it happily.
And I'm actually going to uncharacteristically giggle a little bit. All right.
Lead the way.
Okay, I think we... Lieutenant, if we might make use of your transporter pad.
By all means. Do you have the coordinates?
We have the coordinates to an area outside the cave where we should be able to beam in safely.
He just nods. All right. Send them to the console, and I will transport you myself.
That is agreeable, Lieutenant.
I'm just gonna roll to see how good or bad he
Oh, no.
transports.
Oh no.
He can use our momentum if he needs to.
No, I think we're good.
It's good enough.
Okay.
Okay, we got an O'Brien. It's fine.
Nobody else gets my spots. That's fine.
All right. So you all step onto your spots on the pad, and you nod at the lieutenant who says energizing and lifts slides the 3 sliders up, and in a moment you materialize in front of this cave.
Okay. My tricorder is out scanning for any sign of these
The missing
Draco
tricorders.
creatures.
Ooh.
Okay. Can I get you to do a? Let's do reason security.
Yes, you can get me to do a reason security. May I use any focuses here?
Let me double check what your focuses are again, because I keep forgetting. You know what? I am going to let you use observation on this one.
Okay. And I'd like to have one of my security officers roll for the assist.
All right. Yep. Okay, so you do get a total of 4 successes.
Nice.
You needed 2, so you have an extra momentum spare. You do
Nice.
actually detect 2 Drackles in the area. They haven't as yet seemed to notice your presence.
Okay.
May I scan to see if I can pick up the tricorder that we picked up on the scan from above the planet?
Alternately, can she use our spare momentum to ask that question?
Ooh, yes.
You know what? Because it's a scan, I will let you do that. Knowing the Stefan, because you're the one doing the scanning, you'll actually
Yeah.
Be the one to see this. But you do actually detect faint energy readings that would be consistent with a tricorder or some kind of small Federation device.
Okay. Commander, I believe I have what appears to be a tricorder energy signature on my scanner.
How far is it?
I'll relate that information. I assume it's coming from inside the
Yeah,
cave.
it's
You just said that, I think.
yeah, it's a couple hundred meters, about 250 meters into the cave.
Okay. I'll have our security escort post right outside the entrance to the cave, or right just inside the entrance to the cave, and have them attempt to communicate with us if they encounter any resistance from the local wildlife.
Okay, so are you guys being you're just walking in there? That you're not being particularly stealthy or anything? Okay.
You might want to rethink that.
I mean, we're not like screaming and shouting.
Yeah.
Stomp, stomp,
But-
stomp.
But these Drackles' diet would seem to indicate they are probably not cave dwellers.
Yeah, you when you did the scan, the Drackles were not in the cave; they were outside the cave. And I rolled a nat 1 and a nat 20 for the Drackles noticing you. So I'm not.
Wow.
Oh no.
So
Of
you know what
course.
I'm going to say? I'm going to say you're still looking at you're looking at you still got your tricorder up, and
Scan.
you're actually reading them going off as like slowly moving off in a not towards you but in a different direction, as they seem to have been attracted by something.
By something?
By something.
Let me hold on. Let me check. Oh. I thought maybe I could use my telepathy for this, but I can't.
No.
Never mind.
I mean, if they were closer, you probably could. But they're
Vulcans do have exceptional hearing.
All right. So you post the guards are posted, and you come into a cave. There seems to be some kind of like natural luminescent flora in here. So the cave is not just rock and wall. There's different plants and some and small skittering creatures in the cave as well.
Okay.
And so you lead down. You're heading towards where the tricorders are.
Yes.
Yep. So I will just quickly draw something. So basically, where I draw this is where the tricorder's right there in that pink, purple circle.
Okay.
And it's not right. It's not doesn't seem to be particularly. It's not open. There's the power source, but it's not currently in use.
Okay. Are there any signs that there were? Well, I mean, I would do another scan of the area, but are there any signs that there was a struggle near here?
Let's do another scan. This will be
Okay.
difficulty 3. You'll have your observation focus. Reason security.
Okay. Can Commander Thesaurus assist?
Yeah.
How would you like me to do so?
Yeah. How would you like? How would you assist him?
Another set of eye. Well, another set of eye, and a tricorder.
That's. I mean, I can scan for like disturbances in the
Or for life
dirt,
signs.
or life signs or something like that.
You know what? I am.
Or if you're
Yeah.
looking for life signs, the doctor might be better.
Not life signs, but I will let you scan. Use your survival focus to look for any tracks or any signs of
Like disturbance and stuff like that.
disturbance and stuff. So I will let you
Nice.
do that as
And this is which?
reason. Actually, no, insight. I'll make it
Insight science?
Science, yeah.
Okay. And I'm doing reason, security. May I use my observation focus here?
Yes, you may.
Okay.
So both of you have your focuses. Ooh. And that 20.
I rolled a complication.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Sorry.
Shall we spend 2 momentum to undo the complication?
I'm down
That
with
might be a good idea.
Yeah, so alright, so if you're spending that 2 momentum to buy out the complication, you're not able to get a clear indication of a fight. You do get, there's definitely been movement, but they were definitely here, but you don't know if there was, there's no blood, there's no, there's no Draco
signs of a
statue,
fight, yeah.
there's no actual signs of a fight.
And there's also like cave creatures that have probably messed up the tracks and everything.
Yeah, there is a bit of that as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, let's check the tricorders and see if there's anything on them.
Reasonable idea.
All right, who's doing that?
I will do the tricorder melding, I
And
suppose.
I can assist.
All right, yeah. So I will, you know what? I will give you your analysis focus.
Yes.
Let me just check what the doctor's focus might be.
And this is reason or insight?
So this will be reason. No, the doctor is not going to have any of the focuses there. Yeah. So so it'll be a difficulty 3.
Ooh. May I use a momentum?
Yeah.
3.
Go ahead.
Okay, so you've got 3 dice and you've got the doctor's assist.
A reason science, is it?
Yeah, reason science.
Ooh.
Oh, let's hear it for using that momentum too, though.
Nice.
Okay,
Which we got back.
you get 1 momentum back. So the tricorder, as you open it up, was scanning some kind of geology with the system. It was the tricorder has scans and information about particular. They seem to be particularly focusing on one of the wall section. They didn't like with the Valkyrie. There was an area that just doesn't register as anything. There is some kind of mineral or something that's blocking scans. there. You're able to pinpoint the area, and it is. We'll draw another shape. Change the color of this one. To basically be this wall, that wall behind the
Oh, okay, the red one. Okay.
yeah. So
Okay.
oops.
Oh, it disappeared.
I think. Okay, I need
That's
to
okay. We know where it was.
There we go.
There we go.
We must hope that the survey team did not take their safety for granted.
Wow. There's just like a slow turn of the head and just a slow head shake.
I think everybody's just slowly turning their heads over.
Just like, excuse me? So with my free science thing, can I know when this was last like scanned, like the metadata?
Yeah, oh, actually, I'll give you this for free. It was
cool.
It wasn't. It was. Let me think. It would have been about an hour and a half ago.
Oh, so very recently.
So
okay.
I mean, it like. Yeah, you actually do notice that they scanned it about the time they should have called in, and just from the logs that are in the tricorder that yeah they weren't responding to hails at this point, or like just after this.
And the last thing that they scanned was the weird gap, like the mineral, like there was no life signs, no...
There were no life signs in the room that you can... I mean, they weren't scanning for them. They were focused in on the geology, so you might not expect the tricorder to pick up if there were any actual people, as they were focusing it on the mineral aspect. But they as far as you could tell, there didn't seem to be anyone actually there when they did the scan.
Okay. I want to touch the wall.
You're touching the wall?
Yep.
Actually, you don't.
Unless someone's stopping me, I'm reaching out to touch the wall. You see me doing this very deliberately.
Danger will happen.
Doctor, be ready.
Well,
I'm gonna like get out my tricorder. Just
as you reach out to touch the wall, your hand just goes right through it. There isn't a wall there. It looks like there's a wall there. It
I like move my...
Everything merges seamlessly, but there just isn't anything there.
I move my hand to like where the actual rock is, and then like back over, like kind of confirming.
Yeah, you do feel something on the edges there. It's fairly, what you feel without looking is actually pretty flat. You're not. It's like, like dead flat. You don't know if it's the rock just like to a fine polish, or if it's just something perfectly cut out cut a hole through there, or what. But the edges, as I've defined here, are pretty much where the illusion is.
Commander, before we go further, I think it would be prudent to inform the Valkyrie of our situation.
That's very wise.
Stefan de Valkyrie.
Valkyrie here, Mr. Safan.
Captain, we may have found a clue as to the disappearance of the survey team. I will let Commander Thesareth fill you in.
There's an illusory wall.
You wouldn't call it
I'm like doing the thing where like my head goes in and like out. Like I'm just like.
so you wouldn't necessarily call it an illusory wall. It'd be like more like a hollow projection or something.
That's true. It's there's. It seems like there's a false presentation of rock next to the rest of this cave wall.
Can you confirm it's a projected hologram?
I'll scan it.
Alright, giving you know what you're looking for, I'm going to say this is a difficulty 3.
Okay.
Reason security.
Reason security. May I, guys, does my observation focus apply here?
Since you're trying to pinpoint a source, I'm going to say yes.
Okay. And guys, I'm going to use a momentum if that's all right.
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
Can either of us assist?
I'm going to allow one of you to assist.
You can assist. I'm distracted right now.
Okay, role play it is. All right.
Alright,
So-
so it'll be reason science.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay.
Buy off that complication.
Oh, we suck.
You're unable to actually confirm the source of where the image is coming from.
Okay.
It's
Is
very
the scan able to
likely.
confirm that it's...
It's very likely to be a hologram, but actually, I'm going to say you are very certain it is a hologram, but you don't have any. There is not say there's a hologram being projected from this place, so you can't 100% confirm it, but
Okay.
you are pretty certain.
Okay.
Are we buying off that complication, or are we gonna let me like fall through this pit somewhere?
Oh, I know what would be more entertaining.
Yep, that's true.
Alright, so you are buying off the complication?
I'm asking if we are.
I'm okay with it, but yeah.
Let it ride.
Alright, you bought off the complication. So yeah, so you've got a wall, you've got like a tricorder of people who had just scanned the wall, had gone missing. So can I since you can I get everyone down there to do a security insight check for me, please?
Oh
difficulty
no.
That's a perception check.
Bump, 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 bump.
Are these like just regular task rolls?
Yeah. So it'll be insight security difficulty 2.
May I use my survival focus?
You know what? I'm gonna say yes.
Observation still good here?
No, this is not necessary. This particular one isn't actually observing something.
Oh, no.
It's a bit.
Great.
Okay, so Savan.
We're doing so good. Oh no!
Oh, no.
These sheets are complication happy. I keep saying.
So
No, you're
yes,
not wrong.
We've loaded up the official Roll20 Star Trek Adventures, a character sheet. So that's why things have gone all color.
Yep.
Your dice roller is busted.
Okay, so
They're punishing
Great.
us for using the old ones.
Actually, you know what? may be a good time to do it. I'm going to use my value, or use my determination.
Yep.
Ooh.
So what value are you doing?
Always prepared, always vigilant,
Yeah.
Okay, yep.
to grant me 2 successes.
So that technically has to be done when you're rolling because it's counted as an extra
Nuts.
dice.
Okay.
But
Nope, that's fair.
you can use it to re-roll the complication.
Okay,
All right,
please.
I'll do that.
So just re-roll another dice.
Well,
at least
Well,
it's not a complication.
it's not a complication anymore.
So you get your 2 momentum back.
Hey.
All right. So as you looking at this wall, playing with it, just taking a scientific interest in this wall, trying to confirm exactly where it's coming from.
Yep.
You suddenly find yourself in a white room, like a box room. You weren't. Yeah, you just find yourself in a new white box room.
Like through the wall, or just all of a sudden?
All of a sudden, like you didn't move through the wall. You, as far as I know, you haven't moved at all. You are just in a new location.
I immediately cover my eyes. Oh god, it's so bright.
With a raised eyebrow, I remark, "It appears we have been transported to a new location."
2001
So
Star
it's what you would know. It's can I actually just give a difficulty 1 insight. I'm going to say science, engineering, or security will work. Whatever's best for you.
Nice.
Okay.
1 momentum.
All right. So this is not. This is not a standard transporter. If it is, if you were moved to a new location, you weren't beamed there.
Mm-hmm. Do we still have our tricorders and communicators and other equipment on us?
Yes, you strangely do.
It could be that the entire cave was a
Cave,
facade
yeah.
somehow.
I was just thinking the same thing, Doctor. I'm like rubbing under my eyes, just like,
I
oh
want
god,
to
it's so
scan
bright.
for. I want to scan for life signs.
All right. So let's do a reason medicine check.
May I assist?
You can assist with. Let's do an insight security for you with your observation.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I don't think I gave you a difficulty. So it too was the difficulty, fortunately. So you're able to pick up a number of life signs in the area, though you aren't able to get a clear directional reading where they are. They're nearby.
Are they?
But you don't know where exactly, how or how near they actually are.
Are they familiar species?
They're. If you want to spend a momentum, I will give you more information. But that's.
She gets a freebie.
Oh, a free.
I didn't scan. I didn't scan.
Okay, good point.
Yeah, she didn't scan.
I'm
Does
just.
the doctor get a freebie?
No, that's it's a
I don't think
science
so.
officer thing.
Yeah.
The doctor's got her medical team as her thing.
Can we spend a momentum?
You can
Yeah,
spend a momentum.
What it's for? Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, you do. Spending momentum, you're able to just finesse some of the controls a bit more, and yes, there's Betazoid. About 5 Betazoids, a couple of Saw, and that's pretty much it as far as life readings go.
Do they match the composition of the survey team?
Yeah, the Saws were the survey team.
Okay.
From you would have been given while you're at the computer system you would have been shown this.
But the Betazoids are new.
The
like
Betazoids are new. They are not. The survey teams were basically just a basic 2-person team.
So I kind of knit my brows and I go, well, we have souls, but we also have Betazoids.
Fascinating.
Indeed.
Can I get Thesaurus to do an insight command check for me, please? Difficulty 2.
No.
Actually,
No?
difficulty 1.
Insight command. Interesting.
Okay.
Oh, telepathy.
Oh no. Great. Sure.
Sorry, I spoiled it.
No, it's all good. I know. I was just looking at it on my sheet too, so like.
Okay. So you do realize that your telepathy is being impacted. You concentrate a bit for a moment, and you realize that you're being blocked somehow.
They know we're here. My antennae kind of like droop a bit, and I just kind of tilt my head to the side.
And,
Can I try and push back against it?
Maybe next week, because that's where we're gonna have to leave for this episode.
No.
Oh no.